Hello friends, welcome to Global Travel Venture. Have you ever wondered what those numbers and letters on your boarding pass mean? A boarding pass is more than just a ticket to your seat, it's a matrix of valuable information. Let's decode it together. First up is your ticket number, typically a 13-digit string that's unique to you and your journey. This number is your golden ticket, connecting you to all your flight details stored in the airline's database. It includes an airline code which identifies the airline followed by a 10-digit number. The first 3 numbers of these 10 signify the currency in which the ticket was issued. The remaining 7 are your unique identifier. Then, we have the booking reference or reservation number. This 6-character alphanumeric code is your shortcut to your booking on the airline's website. It is unique to each booking and can be used to check in online, change your flight, or add extras like additional baggage. Next, let's look at those mysterious codes next to from and to. These are IATA airport codes, 3-letter codes assigned to airports around the world. For instance, JFK stands for John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York, while LHR is London Heathrow. Your boarding pass also includes your flight number, a combination of the airline's IATA code and a number. This is unique to the route and the day, so no 2 flights in the air at the same time will have the same flight number. Lastly, there are cryptic codes like SEQ and PAX. SEQ or sequence number tells the airline the order in which you checked in among all passengers. PAX, on the other hand, is an industry term for passengers. There you have it. Your boarding pass isn't just a mundane piece of paper, but a key that unlocks a wealth of information about your flight. So next time you get your boarding pass, you'll know exactly what those cryptic codes mean. Ever noticed the many birds at the airport and wondered how they manage not to collide with planes? It's a valid question. Airports are often vast open spaces and inviting habitat for a variety of birds. But birds and planes don't mix well. Bird strikes can cause significant damage to aircrafts and in rare cases, even lead to crashes. So, how do airports deal with this feathered problem? They employ a variety of methods. Some use trained falcons or dogs to scare off smaller birds. Others use loud noises like propane cannons or recorded bird distress calls to deter flocks. Some airports even alter their landscapes, making them less attractive to birds by removing food sources or nesting areas. Biologists and ornithologists are often involved, studying bird behavior and migration patterns to help develop effective control strategies. It's a delicate balance, maintaining the safety of flights while respecting the wildlife that shares the space. Airports go to great lengths to keep both you and our feathered friends safe. Did you know planes can withstand lightning strikes and hailstorms? Now there's a fact that might surprise you. But it's true. The modern aircraft is a marvel of engineering, designed to weather some of the harshest conditions Mother Nature can throw at it. Let's talk about lightning first. It's not uncommon for a plane to be struck by lightning. In fact, every commercial aircraft is struck at least once per year on average. But don't worry. The electrical charge from the lightning bolt doesn't enter the cabin. It's directed around the outside of the plane and out through the tail, thanks to the aircraft's aluminum skin acting as a Faraday cage. That's not all. The aircraft is put through rigorous lightning tests before it's ever allowed to take to the skies. These tests ensure that all critical systems can function normally, even after a lightning strike. So if you're ever on a flight that gets hit, remember, the plane is built for it. What about hailstorms? They can be a bit more of a challenge, especially for the windscreen and the engines. But again, engineers have thought of that. The windscreen is made of multiple layers of toughened glass and plastic, strong enough to withstand the impact of large hailstones. The engines, on the other hand, are designed to cope with a large volume of hailstones being sucked in without failing. Of course, pilots will always try to avoid flying directly into a hailstorm, but if they can't, the plane is designed to keep you safe. So, what about turbulence? That can be a bit unnerving, right? Well, the aircraft is designed to flex and bend with the turbulence. Those bumps and jolts you feel are the plane doing exactly what it's supposed to do. The wings can flex up to 90% from their normal position without braking. So next time you're on a flight and you encounter some rough weather, remember this. Despite the bumps, planes are designed to bring you safely through the storm. Ever wondered how the airplane toilet system works? Well, it's quite a marvel of engineering. Contrary to some popular beliefs, when you flush at 35,000 feet, it doesn't just jettison into the blue yonder. Instead, a powerful vacuum system whisks away the waste into an onboard storage tank. Here's how it works. When you hit that flush button, a trap door opens, and the vacuum suction takes over, pulling everything down into the storage tank. This vacuum system uses very little water, only about a half-gallon per flush, making it both efficient and eco-friendly. The waste remains safely contained in the tank until the plane lands. Then, specialized ground crew members empty the tank and ensure it's cleaned and sanitized, ready for the next flight. So the next time you're flying high above the clouds and nature calls, rest assured that the process is clean, efficient, and environmentally friendly. So that's the scoop on the airplane, Lou. Is boarding last better? Let's find out. Ever noticed how some passengers hang back choosing to board last? Ever wondered why? Well, it turns out there are some compelling reasons for this strategic move. Firstly, it means less time spent standing in line, cooped up in the narrow airplane aisle. It also means less time spent in the often cramped airplane seat before takeoff. Moreover, the later you board, the less likely you are to be asked to check your carry-on bag due to lack of overhead space. However, it's not all rosy. Boarding last means that the overhead bins may be full, forcing you to stow your bag under the seat in front of you, thus eating into your legroom. And if you're keen on a window seat or traveling as a group, you might not get to sit together. So, whether you're an early bird or a latecomer, there's a strategy for everyone. Did you know there's a hidden button in airplane lavatories? Yes, you heard that right. This elusive little feature is tucked away under the lavatory sign on the outside of most airplane bathrooms. Now, you might be wondering, what's its purpose? Well, it's actually a secret lock. If someone accidentally or intentionally locks themselves in the bathroom, this hidden button allows flight attendants to unlock the door from the outside. It's a small but crucial safety feature that most passengers are unaware of. The button is usually concealed behind the no smoking or lavatory sign on the door, so look closely next time you're waiting for the restroom on a flight. But remember, it's there for emergencies, not for pranks. This little button is just one of the many hidden features designed to keep passengers safe and comfortable on flights. So, next time you're in an airplane lavatory, you'll know a secret few others do. Ever heard of the Do Not Pair list of pilots? It's an intriguing concept, isn't it? This list is a lesser-known aspect of aviation that's crucial to the safety of your journey. Let's peel back the layers on this. The Do Not Pair list is a roster maintained by airlines worldwide. It's essentially a record of pilots who, for various reasons, airlines have determined should not be paired together in the cockpit. You might ask, why do such a list exist? Well, it's not because these pilots can't fly, far from it. Each pilot on the Do Not Pair list is highly trained and competent. So what's the issue then? It boils down to compatibility. Flying a plane isn't a one-person job. It requires a team, specifically a team of two in the cockpit, the captain and the first officer. These two individuals need to work together seamlessly for hours, often under high-pressure situations. Now imagine if the two pilots have contrasting styles, conflicting personalities, or past disagreements. The tension could potentially affect their performance and, by extension, passenger safety. Here's another factor: experience. Airlines often avoid pairing two newly trained pilots. It's a safety precaution, ensuring at least one pilot has substantial experience handling real-world scenarios. So, the Do Not Pair list is a preventive measure, a safeguard. It's about maintaining a harmonious, efficient cockpit environment because a well-coordinated flight crew is instrumental to a safe flight. But don't let this unsettle you. The existence of the Do Not Pair list is a testament to the lengths airlines go to ensure safety. It's a reminder that airlines don't merely focus on technical skills when assigning flight crews, but also on interpersonal dynamics and experience levels. In essence, the Do Not Pair list is a behind-the-scenes safety feature, an unseen layer of precaution, silently contributing to the well-oiled machine that is a commercial flight. Rest assured, your flight crew is carefully selected for a smooth journey. Have you ever pondered which airplane seat is the safest? It's a question that has intrigued many a traveler, and today we're diving into that very inquiry. Various studies have attempted to answer this question with results that might surprise you. A comprehensive analysis conducted by Time magazine, for instance, found that the middle seats in the back of an aircraft had the highest survival rates in the event of a crash. But before you rush to change your seat assignment, consider this. The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, asserts that there is no such thing as a safest seat. They maintain that every accident is unique, and survival rates can be influenced by a multitude of factors, from the nature of the incident to the response of the crew and passengers. Yet another study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that passengers seated within 5 rows of an emergency exit were most likely to survive a crash. The study argued that proximity to an exit could make all the difference during an evacuation. Interestingly, a report from the University of Greenwich suggested that aisle seats might offer a slight edge over window seats in an emergency. The reason? Aisle seats could provide quicker access to the exits. But let's not forget about the so-called brace position. Some argue that your chance of survival could be significantly influenced by whether you adopt this protective position during an emergency. So what should we make of all these statistics and studies? Well, while they provide food for thought, it's essential to remember that air travel remains one of the safest modes of transportation. The chances of being involved in an airplane accident are incredibly slim. In summary, there is no definitive answer to the safest seat question. Instead, it's about understanding the potential variables and making informed decisions based on your comfort and peace of mind. So, is there a safest seat? The debate continues. And next time you fly, remember that the journey is a part of the adventure. Safe travels, everyone. Airplanes are full of hidden features. Want to know some? For starters, there's a secret sleeping compartment for cabin crew on long-haul flights. Hidden above the passenger cabin, this cozy space allows flight attendants to rest and rejuvenate. Ever notice the small yellow hooks on the wings of the plane? These are part of the life raft system. In case of a water landing, they help to secure the rope and guide passengers onto the wings and into life rafts. And let's talk about the mysterious triangle stickers on cabin walls. These are William Shatner seats, the best spots for cabin crew to view the wings during takeoff and landing. Did you know about the hidden handrail? Look closely, you'll see a narrow strip running along the overhead bins. This is a handrail for cabin crew to stabilize themselves during turbulence. These hidden features are just another way your airplane takes care of you. What happens if someone dies on a flight? Now that's a question that might have fleetingly crossed your mind as you fastened your seatbelt, preparing for takeoff. It's a grim topic to be sure, but one that plunges us into the depths of the unknown. In the unlikely event of a death on board, airlines have set procedures in place. The first step is always to determine if the passenger is truly deceased. Flight attendants are trained in first aid and will attempt resuscitation if a passenger appears to be unresponsive. They can also use the onboard medical kit, which contains equipment to monitor vital signs. In dire circumstances, the crew will ask if there are any medical professionals on board who can assist. Sometimes airlines also have a hotline to ground-based medical experts who can provide guidance. If these efforts fail, and the passenger is indeed deceased, the crew then follows a specific protocol. The body is moved to an unoccupied row of seats if one is available. If the flight is full, the crew might move the body to the galley area or leave it in place depending on the airline's policy. The deceased is covered with a blanket, not just out of respect, but also to avoid causing distress to fellow passengers. As for the flight itself, diverting to the nearest airport is a possibility, but not always the chosen course of action. The decision to divert depends on many factors, including the remaining flight time, the availability of suitable airports, and the wishes of the deceased's family, if they are also on board. Once the plane lands, local authorities take over. They conduct an investigation and arrange for the body to be moved. The airline then assists the family with any necessary arrangements. It's a grim topic, but it's important to know how airlines handle such unfortunate situations. It's a stark reminder that even as we sail through the skies, life, and indeed death, continues its natural course. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, safe travels.